was, I'd never seen her before. But as much as I was drawn to her, I knew I had to get away from her. There was something about her eyes. Something deep inside those dark cat's eyes.
Why did you do that?
Why did I do what?
Run away.
I felt like it.
You didn't find me nice to look at?
Maybe too nice. Aren't you supposed to be back there entertaining the customers?
Nothing is sacred, nothing is true, nothing is true and everything is permitted. Nothing is sacred, nothing is true, nothing is true and everything is permitted. Nothing is sacred, nothing is true, nothing is true and everything is permitted. Nothing is sacred, nothing is true, nothing is true and everything is permitted. Anything you can point out in your belief system can contain factual inaccuracies. Whatever element you care to test this theory on, at some point would it be subject to debate or disagreement. The version of events that won out inevitably did so by blood and fire.
Don't be afraid.
I'm not.
Then come. You are afraid.
Only because this isn't happening. This is a dream. I'm not here. I'm at home, asleep. And you're part of that dream.
I know that.
You do?
Of course. Come. Come.